Hey y'all, hey, come on in, come on in. It's your girl Hope with JCD Creations, guys. I'm still in the separating process, okay? I separated all the items that was in the boxes that were in those rooms, okay? I now am moving over to my main space, which is a complete and utter mess. Y'all saw little snippets of it yesterday. I am now doing stuff in here or trying to make way so that I could pull items out, get them to the necessary rooms, and go from there. I'm going to be transparent and show you guys what this horrible mess looked like. And that way you could gauge, okay, before and after, what you're going to do, how you could do your space. This room is 22 feet 7 by let me see, 22 feet 7 inches from door to wall, okay? And then from side to side, it's 20 feet and 5 inches side to side, which means that's 461.2 square feet, okay? This in this room. And the issue that I'm having is that the wall, the cutout of the wall is the problem. So it's not a basic square because there's a little nip and a little tuck here and there. Okay? So let me show y'all my mess. Okay? And this gonna make y'all feel comfortable with showing y'all mess. From y'all mess to y'all bless. Okay? Because this is real life. Okay? It's real life, especially when you're trying to move things around, organize things. We all know things get worse before they get better. And you're looking like, what? Why in the world did I even start? This stuff is a mess. Now you got one corner. You're moving first from that corner to that corner to that corner to on out the door. Okay? So let's check. Let's look at this. Let me walk out. This is like when I first walked into my room, okay? To this space. Over here, like there's a wall, and then that's the closet, okay? So then there's a little space there, but then it's a cutout, and then there's like a divot that comes out, okay? So this is my boxes that I had been tearing apart and putting stuff in. This is some stuff that I had packed up, okay, that need to come out of here. All this stuff is coming. You see Mother's Day, you see the gift bag sets, you see a Easter basket. This is my box of shred and filling, okay? That's got to come out of here. As you can see, it's a misplaced ribbon that's got to go on it in its rightful place. I do, in fact, have the thing for the ribbon. So that's going to come in here as well. This is my table. As you can see, I got totes on here. I got baskets on here. And that's because I'm pulling stuff out and trying to get it where it needs to be. So these are going to come out. This table is going to come into the center of the floor. This is one of the tables I was telling you about I was going to work on. It's an old sewing table. It's industrial. So you guys will see that. But as you see over here, now this is a neat section, okay? There are some neat sections in here. But what I'm thinking about doing, guys, is I have this chalk and stuff here, okay? What I was hoping I was going to be able to do was take this other stand right here and put it against the wall. However, I'm not going to be able to do that because of that nip. See that cutout right there that comes out and then back in? I'm not going to be able to do it because of that. So now I got to change my game plan. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking, this is chalk, okay? These are the bands. I'm thinking about taking these and putting those into little containers, like little totes. And then this unit here is now going to become my store, my things that's going to store my perfumes, my body washes, my lotions, things of that nature. Okay? So that's what I'm envisioning for here. Don't worry about this up here. This is my Christmas stuff that I'm going to be using this year for Christmas. So don't worry about that. What I'm going to do is put another stand with cubbies on top of this. So I'm going to take advantage of my vertical height because of the shape of the room. So when you have a space that's cut out different or small, take advantage. Always, always, always take advantage of your vertical space. On top of this, I'm going to possibly put one of these units right here. Okay. On top of that, that's going to help me take my vertical space all the way up to the ceiling. Okay. And then I'm going to have my husband to anchor it to the wall because I don't want anything tumbling over on the kids when they're running through here and playing. But anyway, let me finish showing you my monstrosity of a mess. These are box of roses that's got to come out of here. So you guys remember I was using this for Father's Day and anywhere else to put my stuff when I'm doing my concepts. Okay, all this stuff is about to go and transform over to the women and men's room so that I could organize them and get them in their rightful places and in their rightful containers. And you see on this back wall, I have all of these things right here. Those things are going to come down. This is the dresser that I'm housing my pajamas in. So they're going, the pajamas will go into this container, into that dresser. So these containers right here is going to be removed. Those containers over there are going to be removed. All this stuff right here, all this is women's stuff. This stuff is going to be out of here as well because I have to go and put it in the rightful containers if I'm going to put them in containers. Some things will go on the shelf where it can be right in my eyesight, okay? Now, you guys see this. This already have toys on it that's stacked. So, I'm okay with this. I just got to zhuzh it up a little bit, okay? So, I'm okay with that. I see some stuff that I just threw up here. Maybe when I was just moving stuff around and it wasn't in its rightful place. So I said, okay, well, this is the toy. Let me just throw it over here. But that will be redone. So I'm not worried about that because it's stationary and where it needs to be. Okay. So now this mess over here. Okay. Whoo, Jesus. Okay, guys. Now these are handbags that I boxed up. And my crossbodies, you know, the things that we got from Pop Chef, because I need them to go into the room, in the women's room. Okay. So I'm going to take all of these out. Now, my plan is to use one of my closets to store all of my handbags. That way they will not get messed up. They won't get bent up. They won't get tossed to and fro. I'll use that particular closet for handbags. I don't want to put them in a plastic bin because they may peel. They may start to get dry rot. You know what I mean? They may the heat of it all may start to take toll of them. So I want them to be able to get some air circulating and be done. This belongs in the other room with the pajamas. See all this stuff in here, mismatch? This is a box of stuff that's got to go back to the stores. Temu, Target, Burlington, and Ross. So this box is going to be removed out of here. This was some shred. I only have a little bit left. So I'm going to take that little bit that I do have left and put it inside the Ziploc bag. Okay. So then over here, guys, there's some more of that's my toy shelf as well. So what I'm going to do on that shelf is separate girls from the boys and like items. Remember, we talked about light items. So I'm not too much concerned about that area right now because it's at least contained to that space. So my main concern right now is to get all this other stuff under control. Get the carpet clean in here. These are baskets that I had left over from Father's Day, Christmas, Valentine's Day, or what have you. That these are gifts up here that is going to be where these are already going to rotate over to Christmas. Okay. Even though this one say man cave. Okay. You can give a man something for his man cave for Christmas. See what I'm saying? So these things I did not take apart. I was not going to break apart because guess what? That puts me ahead already for some Christmas gifts because I'm now taking so long to get done with organizing or getting started with organizing, okay? These handbags right here are about to be boxed up. I have an order that I'm going to probably use a purse for. So that's going to be out the door. I'm not going to be concerned about these. These are like some of the little wallets I was going to use, the little purses. I think I'm going to donate to some of the teen girls or the tweens in my neighborhood, this right here. So yeah, these things right here are about to move to another location as well. I just haven't boxed them up because I just got done with that women's convention and I used some of the handbags from this lot right here. So I just had everything taken out. So that would be clear for me to put some bins of whatever I need to put there. Or I may just use this one shelf just for completed gifts. Okay. See these gifts right here? Well, these right here, I'm going to take apart. I'm going to use the man stuff that's in it. And I'm going to take it. This was Still Classy. LLC from Still Classy. So that can go. So I made up a few more of these. And I thought I was going to sell them for their convention, but I didn't. So I'm going to use these for Christmas as well. I may not even use the clear bag. I may put them in something else. So that I'm not concerned about that. These are my house shoes. The booties that we got, those are going to be moving out of here as well. They're going to go over into the, where I got the women's stuff at. And then when I bring them back in, they're probably going to be in a different location. Okay. So then this space over here, y'all see, I got my little refrigerator and everything up in here. I'm telling you, this room is huge. So this is where my TV is. And I'm thinking about relocating my TV over to the other wall and put my work table in the center of the floor. And that's something I have not decided yet. But anyway, these are some things that I ordered. And then those are some men things that I didn't complete. Those are my Bath and Body Works. Those are some colognes and perfumes that I just got from City Trends. Let's see. This is the stuff that I just did a haul on that I'll be using to house some of the things that I'm telling you about. And under my table, some bags and some totes for when I'm working at my station. I have my bags right there. I can grab them. Have my totes right there. I can grab whatever tote or paper that I need. Okay. So this table is just a montage of mess that is about to get cleaned up. As you can see, I just opened this box so I could use it. This is a shirt I bought from the thing. It's really cute, from the convention. I may even make some of these shirts. I'm not sure yet, but that's something that I may think about. So guys, that's this completed area. And like I said, it's a mess.com, okay? It is. It is. But there are sections that are like, well, these are about to go out of here. These containers are contained. And I'm just going to move the containers to the women's section. And what I was hoping to do was move this. And this could just become my whole store for my body care stuff. But since it's too big to fit in that space, I'm going to have to leave it here or put it against this wall right here. But I don't want to put it against that wall because now I got to find somewhere to put that dresser. So I'm going to keep the dresser here. I'm going to even paint it probably. But for right now, I'm going to keep it here to house my pajamas. Because I don't want them out like this because of dust. You know what I mean? So no, I don't want that happening. So these items are about to be boxed up because these were Mother's Day and graduation. So that and Father's Day. So this stuff is about to be allocated to the specialty closet. So what I'm going to do is allocate a closet in my home to specialty products. Only things going to be housed in there are holiday items. Mother's Day, Father's Day, Easter, Christmas, and Valentine's. Okay? That's what that closet is going to be allocated for. And when these things are not in season, things like the mugs, the cups, the stuffed animals, that's where those items will be. Stuff like this Dove and like all the men body wash and all the men face care and body care. I would like to have those out at all times. Okay. So the only things that would be housed in the closet is specialty items. Let me walk you around this corner if I can get over here, y'all. See, this is pretty much, this is organized, that part right there. That's pretty much organized. But I'm going to relocate the home of this stuff. Okay. And that's my printer. Yeah, I'm going to let y'all see. Hold on. I'm going to be transparent and show y'all. I'm trying to go around the mountain, y'all, so that, oh, Jesus, I won't get a concoction. Okay, this is a box that I put all my bags in. That's got to be sorted, organized, and put in the rightful bin. Okay? And this is my beautiful desk that's being covered up. This is my beautiful desk that's being covered up right now. Okay? But it's going to be relocated into my prayer room. So I'm not going to have a sit-down desk, I don't think, in here as of yet. That's subject to change. And this right here is where I keep all of my, this is my printers, my sublimation printers, my inkjet printers, my heat press, my paper, all of my card stock, my embellishments, my sewing machine. My monitor is up here for right now because I'm not using it. And that's a ring, what is it? A ring light. And yeah, it's a mess. Okay? But the good news is we're getting our mess together, right? So guys, don't be embarrassed because at the end of the day, this is business. And you're going to have stuff. You're going to have stuff that you need for your business. And in order to get the stuff under control, you got to organize it. And when you start pulling, everybody know, when you start pulling stuff, I'm going to give you a pan around. Let me zoom out because it's real big. It was zoomed in too much. I'm going to give you a pan around. You can't be ashamed because you're in business. And when you're in business, you gotta have inventory. But what's gonna matter is that how you store your inventory, how you organize your inventory, and you gotta, rotate your inventory and get it out. Okay? That's where we are right now. I pulled out all this stuff and now I gotta clear the space. You have to clear the space. I want my carpets cleaned. I'm going to clear the space, clean the carpet. While the carpet is being cleaned and while everything is being, while the carpet is being cleaned and while it's drying, I'm going to be organizing my items with like items. The only thing that I'm not concerned about organizing right now is this shelf right here, because that's an easy fix. Because it's already semi-organized with like items. I just need to straighten it up, okay? I'm not concerned about this either. So this will not be my focus because as you can see, it's pretty much organized besides me throwing stuff in a huff again, looking for stuff. This belongs in the food section. So I'll remove that and put it over there. But yeah, so other than that, this stuff is organized. I threw this up here. You see these were in a box where they belong. I threw this up here because I just got that. That was on sale. So behind this stuff that I just threw up here, I just threw this up here. I threw him up here. I threw these hats up here. I threw these up here because I had just gotten these from Hobby Lobby. So I threw that stuff up here. But see, as you can see, this stuff right on here is organized where it needs to be. Okay? So, with that being said, guys, I'm going to let y'all go. Again, don't even be embarrassed. We're all going through the same thing. We are all moving stuff out, bringing stuff in, organizing things. And the beauty of it is that when we get done, it's going to be beautiful, functional, and we will be able to do our job effectively. Okay? So guys, like I said, don't be embarrassed. It is what it is. You're in business. And when you don't have your business space that you need, this is what you got to do. You got to make it work with what you have. Okay? So at this point, that's what we're about to do. Make it work. We're going to work with what we got. Okay? All this stuff. I thought I was going to be able to go do some summer sales, but I'm going to go against that so that I can get this taken care of. Does that make sense? See, while I'm spending hours on the street trying to do some summer sales, I could be spending hours in this house getting it together so that next year, because guess what? These items are going to live to see another summer, okay? So that's not my priority right now. My priority right now is to get my space functional, get my products out where I can see them so I can use them, because a lot of these things I didn't see, okay? So now is the transformation that you have to do in order to organize your business. Yeah, you're going to have to pull stuff out and it's going to look just like this. It's going to look just, I kid you not. And it might even get overwhelming. So if you overwhelm easily, don't pull everything out at one time. Okay? If you get overwhelmed easily, take you a box, go through your box, figure out where you're going to put it. Okay? But the key to cleaning up a space and organizing a space is clearing the space. Because when you clear the space, you can get a vision of where you want your items to go. You can get a vision of how you want to set your room up. Because with all this right here, you can't see nothing but stuff. And don't be afraid to use stuff to float it in the center of the room. Because everything don't have to be against the wall. Feel free to float some things in the middle of the floor. You see, I got this floating. This is floating right between the window and that other, space. Okay, it's floating. But guess what I'm going to do? See my sofa, my couch right here? I'm going to still have this floating, but it's going to probably be floating over a little bit more. Okay? So once I clear the space and get a clear vision of where I want everything to go, get the items out of here that I don't need right now, like, I need Valentine's soon, but Father's Day and Easter, whatever's Father's Day, whatever Mother's Day, get it out of here. Everything must go. Everything's going to come out of here. So the next time I do another video, it may be when I come back, guys. But when I do another video, this stuff is going to be out of here. The only thing that probably will still be here is the shelf. And that's because it's so rickety. I got to figure out how we can tighten it up. I don't want to move it too much and have it fall apart on me, because that mug is heavy. IKEA knew what they was doing when they made that baby. When I tell you she heavy, she is definitely heavy. And the reason I wanted to put her against the wall, because I feel like I'll get more use out of her if she's against the wall, because then I'll feel safer putting breakable items, or I could push my inventory all the way to the back. As you see, it doesn't have a backer on it. See, it doesn't have a backer. So you can only push it so far, and then stuff be falling on the floor, and you don't want that, because when you do your inventory count, you want your inventory count to be exact. You don't want it to be fell behind the behind your shelf and you didn't count it. You see? So no, I would prefer if it's against the wall. I may even find out if that dresser is short enough to fit. I need that dresser to fit in over here in this space. That will work perfect, because I could shift that dresser over here where my table is, shift my work table, it's now going to be my work table, shift that out into the center of the floor and let it float. Then I could use my that wall preferably to put this big unit over here. But we're going to see, because I really would have liked my TV to be right there. That way, if I'm sitting in the center, or if I'm sitting, I can see the TV from any angle. So I'm going to have to figure that out. But as of right now, I'm still offloading this room. Let me show you guys the other room. Hold on. Do y'all remember how this room was yesterday? I had oh my God, you couldn't even walk in the room. So now you can walk in the room. I put the tarp, like I said. These gift bags are going to be out of here. They're going to the gift wrapping room or closet. So as you can see, I got body care. All this stuff is women, okay? And as you know, this is still here. The only thing that moved was the pajamas. And I just set them on top of the blankets, okay? They all in the same category. This is foot care. It's going to go up here. And all this stuff is going to be dumped out. As you can see, I've already started like putting stuff in here with like items. And this is going to help me when I get ready to put them in my container. I put them in the container with like items. And there you go. Like I said, I kind of want to keep these out. But since these are small, I may contain them. Now, the box items, I will stick on the shelf. Okay? Because they're covered. I don't have to worry about the sun doing anything to them. Or anything like that. Okay? Now, these, I could wipe off. A little dust get on them, that's fine. I could wipe those down. My perfume boxes, I'm debating if I want to leave them out. I may leave some out and I may store some, if that makes sense, in a container for, like bag up, okay? Or extra, what do they call it? Overflow inventory. And these are some pre-made men gifts that I'll be taking out for Christmas. So that's in there. I've moved these are makeup bags. Let me see. Makeup bag, wristlets, wallets, and the quilted purses. The quilted purses are going to be donated to the senior center. I can't even talk. The senior center. I'm going to donate the quilted ones. And whatever else ones I do not want, they will be donated. And when I donate them, I may put some little stuff in it for them that they can use, like some little body care or something like that. But then when you're donated to the senior center, you have to be mindful of their skin, what they can have, what they cannot have, and stuff of that nature. So I'll have to rethink that. But I am for a fact going to donate them some fuzzy socks. I know that they can have them. Okay. I know for a fact I can donate fuzzy socks. And I'm going to figure out what else I could put in there. Maybe some, I know I have some hand cream that's not scented. So maybe I'll put that in there. Maybe a crossword book or something like that. And take it over there. I mean, they didn't have it before. So it's something that they can have now. Okay. And you guys remember the black bags. Remember, these were the house shoes and loofahs. The men in one bag. The women in one bag. And then the loofahs in another. Okay. So that's what those are. I'm not concerned about these because they're contained. When Christmas come or when I get ready to do my Christmas gifts, all I have to do is grab this one bag with the men house shoes and bag them accordingly. And so what I'm going to do with the men's shoes, house shoes, I'm going to make some like, who did that? I think it was, I want to say Never in a Million. I don't know. It may have been her. It may have been someone else. Y'all charge it to my head, not my heart. Somebody did it, okay? And it's nothing new under the sun. Everybody has done it for years, okay? House shoes with the body wash and a loofah. And there you go, okay? That's it. That's all. That's going to be a simple gift, grab and go, or not, okay? So over here are some towels that I had that I was going to be using for my gifts. Okay, so I'll be folding these accordingly and putting them where they need to go. Okay, because I'm going to use these for some concepts. And so I'm not concerned about that because it's contained. I know what I'm going to use them for. And when I get that room cleared out and get everything done, these are already towels. And nothing else in there but maybe one, I think it's a beach bag in there. But that beach bag will come out and go with the summer stuff, okay? And these are those pink, you guys remember these telephones? I'm going to paint these. They're tissue boxes. My sister wanted them, so I'm going to paint them for her. I'm going to make one for my father-in-law. I'm going to paint it to put in his office since he, his installment. And so I'm going to put Jesus on the main line, and I'll put another church scripture on it or something that has to do with calling on the Lord. And I'm gonna give one to my father-in-law, and I probably keep one for myself, and then I may give the rest to my sister to see whatever she wants to do with them. Okay? So everything has a plan and everything has a place. And that's the whole key to organizing. And you guys already know what these are. Bears. I think these are the bears I got from Walgreens. So they'll be going into my specialty closet. These are the same notepads that you guys seen. I just put them on this chair. Okay? Now, you guys, I know y'all remember this room. So the stuff that I moved out of here, I moved more stuff into this room. What I moved into this room is these are boxes of toys, some chalk. These are my stuffed animals that's in here. My stuffed animals, towels, and kid blankets are in here. Okay? That goes to my bedroom. That's my bedding. And these are some Christmas stockings. And you guys know what these are, the totes for that. These are some stuffed animals that I got from CVS that I'll be using. I think there's some squashmallows or something in there. And then I need to get a Mickey Mouse out of there because I have a order for Mickey Mouse. See what I mean, Minnie Mouse. So you see what I'm saying about how you need to be able to see your stuff. I know we're probably not gonna be able to see these plushies, but let me tell you my plan for the plushies that if I don't use them all for Christmas. That's what I planned on doing, using them all for Christmas. I'm planning on, if I don't use them, I'm going to get those vacuum seal bags, and I'm going to vacuum seal them down until the next holiday and store them accordingly. Okay? And that's going to make a big difference. These are some socks. All this stuff right here I pulled out of that closet. Okay? And inside that closet, I put some Valentine's stuff. I put some Mother's Day stuff in that closet. I also put... Excuse me. I put like my Mother's Day, the items that says Mother's Day, items that says Valentine's. This is the specialty closet. So everything came out of there. What you're seeing here is Christmas and toys. Okay. I got my Christmas socks, my Christmas pajamas. What else? Yeah, Christmas socks, Christmas pajamas, anything related to Christmas that's got to go in the basket. I pulled it out of the specialty closet and put it in here. So in here, I know that these toys got to be worked in for Christmas. So I put them in here with the toys because it's not much of the Christmas stuff that has to be worked in. Okay, so that's what's going on in this room. Now, you guys remember this room. This is the man cave. Remember, I had stuff all the way up, guys. All the way up. Okay? It's not like that anymore. What I've done is, most of that stuff you guys were seeing was empty boxes. Okay? And that's because we need our boxes. And I didn't want to throw away my boxes because I knew that I had to... sorry, let me turn on some light. This house is so dark. I knew that I had to box some items up. So I didn't want to get rid of my boxes, okay? Because as I make my small gifts for Christmas, they got to be boxed up. As I'm transferring items from one place to the other, they got to be boxed up. So I kept my boxes, okay? And that's more over here, boxes, as you can see. But now, at least you can see the floor. At least you can see the area. You couldn't see nothing. These were my shelvels, okay, that I did, year before last? I didn't even worry about these things for Easter this year. I didn't even take them out. So, I'm going to break those down and take the puzzles out of it. I didn't put much snacks in them, so I just got some games, some puzzles, and maybe some airheads, and that's about it. This is a box of ribbon that I'm going to be putting up. And guys, when I organize my ribbon, I'm going to put the specialty ribbon with the specialty ribbon and the other ribbon with the other ribbon, okay? But I'm not concerned about that right now. My main concern is getting the main things that I'm going to need right now out, okay? So that I could use them. These are more boxes. empty boxes. These are more empty boxes. This is one of my Father's Day gifts that I had left. I made, how many? I think I made 4 of these. I sold 3. That's the one of them that's left. And then these were other baskets that I made, and I just took them out for Easter. So they were rotating over from Christmas to Easter to now Christmas again. Okay. I did these to my notebooks. And so, guys, I have sold so many of these gifts since then. So, like LBE said, it pays to have things left over. Okay? See how I just threw that over there for no reason? That's what I'm saying. I'm the problem. I'm the one creating the mess. Because when I have it organized, I go back and mess it up. I'm the problem. Yeah, I got to identify yourself as the problem sometime. But these are gifts. And like I said, I'm kind of ahead for Christmas, so I'm okay with not rushing. I want to rush, but I don't want to rush. I have an event coming up in November. The person that I was going to do the Christmas thing with, they're not doing the Christmas thing this year, which is fine with me because that leaves me open to work on my stuff for street sales, and I don't have to worry about, okay, well, I got to have enough inventory for both. You see what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So this kind of put me in advantage now. I'm going to be screwed if I go to this other event in November and this stuff be sold and I don't have nothing to sell on the street. But I'm going to continue to make gifts, but I'm going to have to do them after I get this stuff under control. Because the way my mind works, I can't function. So with that being said, let me move this. These are just some pop shelf bags that I balled up that I'm going to be stuffing some of my boxes with. Like when I'm packing my boxes for storage or to put, I like to use these bags to put on top when you don't always fill it up. You could ball these up and put it on top, and to keep your boxes from caving in on one another. Because that's why a lot of times our boxes are caving in, like this one per se. I just put these over in here. These was in another box. But this had something else in it. But it wasn't full to the top. So what happened? It started caving in. See? So I put these little things in here. As you can see, it's organized. These are my little splash shades. I was going to go back out, like I said, and try to do some summer sales. But I think me getting my house in order is more important than going out trying to do some summer sales for some summer, with summer items. I'll just let them live to see another Easter, okay? Now, if I have enough time, which I doubt, because 4th of July is now, okay? These are Easter baskets. These are like those wooden Easter baskets. Let me make sure. Yeah. These are my blue and white baskets that I got from Pop Shelf when they went on sale. And these are some in here as well. These baskets are kind of hard to store because of how big they are. But I can use them year round. I can use them for anything. They're the wooden ones, like the blue and the white ones. And these are my bags that y'all saw my house shoes in. I have several of these bags because I can store stuff in them. Okay? So, now, let me take you. I took over the other room, y'all. But I told you, I had to move stuff over here. So, in here are some plush animals. The big ones, okay, that I'll be using. I may even use some for Christmas, but I'm not sure. And this is some ribbon. Nope, sorry. The ribbon is on top of it. My husband must have put that on there. But this is like my kid body wash and stuff like that. That's these. Again, these are already made up. So all I got to do is throw them on in the thing and keep it moving. These are already made up, okay? And this is where my squashmallow, I wish I can get in there and show it. Let me see. Okay. These are some things that I had on the shelf. These are some socks. See, these are already made up for Christmas. And I only have a few. because I sold the rest of them. But this is where like my bath bombs that I'm going to put in ornaments. So that's going to be a gift as well. Let me see. Yeah, remember these. Okay. And in here up under these is, let me show you, like the little body, I meant the little stitch body stuff, bubble bath, that I'm going to put in a very small concept. So, like I said, like items. And these are already done for me. So, all I have to do is box them and put them, or I might keep them in container and put the lid on it. Y'all know these are 1,000,001 squashmallows and big towels and pillows that we got from Dollar General. And on here are like just some pillows for my regular bedding and stuff. These are the stuffed animals from from Walgreens. I'm going to be shrink wrapping those down. And you see these right here? Guys, let me show y'all some. See these containers? I take all the stuff. But see, it's in here, but it's organized. You see what I'm saying? You got your toothpaste with your toothpaste. You got your picks with your picks. And these right here, these are my Squashmallow toothbrushes, yes?
I'll have to take those hot poles to the store.
Okay. Okay. And see my toothbrushes, these are all Squashmallows. Guys, get these containers. Get these from the Dollar Tree. Look at them. So I know that these are my toothbrushes, okay? This is my oral care department. This is Barbie and all things Barbie in there. Okay. My toothbrushes, these are strays right here. This is the silly stuff, but these are strays. These were my leftovers that I had that I was going to use in a concept. Okay. Push it back down. But guys, even in this container, you see it fit right back down in there. And these were the Hot Wheels, and what this man, I don't even know who he is. But anyway, that's their stuff, Hot Wheels and him. And then there's all the LOLs, okay? So get these containers. I mean, it's okay to organize your container, right? Okay, so put that back over here. These are some pillows and blankets. These are gonna be sold in a container by themselves. I'm gonna put a light with this. This is like one of them pillow plushies, like in there. I'm gonna put this in a bag with a gaming thing, because I think this is gaming. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in here with a gaming light, and I'm gonna sell it. I'm going to sell it for an inexpensive amount, because that's all you're getting. I'm just trying to move some of this stuff. So I know what I paid for this, and I'll be making well over what I paid with those two items, okay? And these right here, these are all prepackaged gifts, okay? These are all prepackaged. I'm telling you, when I wake up, I'll be working my business I'll be making gifts every day. So that for reasons like this, when you have family emergencies or when you get sick, and if y'all know I be getting sick, so I make stuff ahead of time. I just make stuff. And some things are just carried over. So I have these. Y'all remember? I don't know if y'all remember me made these Christmas packs? I made those, and so I still had a few left. And I made a few last year. After I had ran out of them, I made more. So those are still left over. Those are ones that I didn't sell because they were grabbing them off the table. And these are pre-made gifts as well. This is the Barbie lap desk. See it? A puzzle Barbie lap desk. Yep. So everything that's in this room is pre-made. except for the, like these boxes have all pre-made gifts. All pre-made gifts. These are toy bundles that I'm going to break down. But this one lady called me and she said that she's interested in this big one. So I haven't busted her down. Because what I was going to do is bust her down and make a few gifts out of it. Okay? And this is a gift that I started. And didn't finish it. And y'all, these LOL dolls, they ain't going nowhere. These people say they naked. So I may bust these down. I may bust my LOLs down. That's why I don't like to use shrink wrap. Because now I got to bust this bag open and lose the bag. Whereas if it was cellophane, I wouldn't have to worry about it. Okay? So this is my pre-made gift room in my Plushy room. Okay? All these things are going to be bagged up and put into something, okay? Even if I have to take them and sell them solo, that's what I'll do, okay? Like this right here, this is a whole sleeping bag. I could put a little nightlight with it and maybe a little cup or something with it. And sell it just like this. I got plenty of these little dino cups. Okay. So I'm not trying to make it like it's like I'm trying to do for this holiday thing that I'm doing, and to sell little, keep it small and keep it inexpensive, because when you go to those type of events, that's what they're looking for. And then I don't want to make them too big, because if they want to buy it in advance, they're going to say, I don't have anywhere to put it. I don't have any way to hide it. Well, small ones, you can hide. You can hide them. You can hide this, stocking stuffers. This is a little, you know, the little shirts that we had, the pullover shirts. And these are little blankets. So, yeah, make something small, too. Yeah, you got some people that don't care how big it is, but you got to think about your costs, too. See, these bags like this don't do well for me. So I'm going to revamp this into something else, okay? I'm going to revamp my clear bag into something else, because they don't sell well for me. And stuff like this blanket. Let me show you. If I can move my boxes. See, I love to get my little small boxes. And I use them. And guys, I don't know if y'all, when y'all get stuff in a boxes got these hard edges in them, keep them, because you can use them for corner braces on your box, okay? And then your stuff won't be sagging and stuff. That's what I use them for anyway. Okay, I'm trying to get to this right here. This is one of them Justice bags, one of those Justice blankets. And it's got the neck pillow and everything to it. I'm selling these as is. I'm going to drop that bad boy inside a cute little bag. Bam, there you go. Okay, that's it. So, guys, I'm ahead a little bit, but I'm behind, too. Because, like I said, I got an event in November. And these right here, these ride-ons, I'm going to sell them as is. I'm not going to put them in a bundle. I got some that's in a bundle already. And they were selling, they just was going slow. And I don't know if the fact that Walmart had so many sales going on and all these other stores had so many sales going on at the same time. But that's what I'm planning on doing, okay? So let me put my little empty boxes back in place, okay? So that's why I have my little empty boxes, so I can see them, I can grab them and come and get them. If I'm packing up one thing, I can bring and get something else. Like here, I had found some little straggling totes. So I'm going to add more totes to this box. As you guys know, I have a plethora of them. And I have these little things in here like this. See, certain boxes I want certain things in. Like these right here, these little plastic bowls, they break so easily. Okay, so I don't want too many heavy bows in here like it. So I'm trying to find light bows like these to put them in here with those. And then when I go to...
Walmart deals are here July 8th through 13th. And they're big. No.
I don't know what this is. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys. I don't know what happened, but I can't get my YouTube thing off. I think my double... Hold on. I think I know what's wrong. I have one of those phones that you could do split screen. And apparently it think I want to split screen this video. Anyway, guys, until the next time, be the best you can be. Like I said, this is day 2 of separating and organizing. I've showed you guys where I'm at so far and where I'm headed. So next stop you see me, guys, the room will be clear. The carpet will be clean, hopefully. And this monstrosity, this right here, oh, sweet mother of Jesus, these will be gone. Now, you know, these are boxes, are end clips and stuff, but I have an organization for that as well. I have a big plastic bin that I will be putting my ends in. You know how we cut the flaps off the boxes and all that and use them. Okay, I have a bin that I'm going to use strictly for that. Okay, so don't worry on that. I got you covered on that as well. Okay, now I don't know how many do it, but I do. I cut my boxes up and I use them. Okay, to the best of my ability, I use them. And behind here is all my slushy stuff. They're organized, but you just can't see them. But they're going to be moved to another space as well because I need all of my space in here. And then when I can fit them in here, I'll fit them in here. I have a few kids in the neighborhood that are little entrepreneurs, and they like to sell stuff. So they have lemonade stands, and they always be trying to sell their little frozen cups and stuff like that. So I'm going to donate some of these items to them. Some of these items are also going to go to Pensacola, to my family members, because every year we have a family fun day. So we need some stuff that's going to keep us cool and keep the kids calm. We're going to have an ice cream truck already, but this is for like the day before the event when we're at each other's house and the kids want to be outside playing in the pools and stuff. They could come and get freeze pops and slushies and stuff like that. So I'm not too much worried about that, because that shelf is going to go, and as well as the items that's on it. Okay? So, guys, it's going to be a work in progress. This is why I said I can't be bothered with going out doing summer sales when this is going on. I've made a bigger mess. So, in order for me to get this mess contained, I got to stay inside and work and work. I don't know why it's so blowed up on the screen. It looked real big up here on the screen. So, anyway, guys. Until next time, be the best you that you can be. Get your mess under control. Don't be ashamed. You are a business owner. Most of the times, a lot of us are working out of our homes, and we got to make the space work for what we have, our inventory. So this is what I'm doing now. I'm getting my space together so that it could accommodate the items that I have with the space that I have. Like I said, this room is more than big enough for what I got going on. But I just need to organize it and get it where it needs to be. Okay, guys? Until the next time, guys, be the best you that you can be. Don't stress. Allow God to handle the rest. If there's any questions that you guys have, please let me know. And I will answer to the best of my ability. If you guys have any suggestions, I'm always open to suggestions. Okay? Any of your opinions. Yeah, they matter, but just not to me, especially if they're not helpful or rude or anything like that. Yeah, I don't care about it. But you can still leave your opinion. This is a safe zone for you guys to be yourself, to voice your opinions, your concerns, and Be vulnerable to whatever you need to be vulnerable to. If you're overwhelmed, say you're overwhelmed. If you don't know where to start, I don't know where to start. If you're saying, I don't know what you're doing, this don't make no sense, you can say that. Because what makes sense to me may not make sense to you. As long as what you're doing in your space makes sense. Okay? That's all that matters. So now, guys, when I get off with you guys, I'm going to go ahead on and transfer. Let me just tell you what I'm going to do next. All this women's stuff got to go. Okay? All this women's stuff is going to the women's room. And then what I'm going to do is put them in decide if I'm going to put them in containers or if I'm going to leave them out open on the shelf. Okay? So, like I said, you can't organize a space unless you clear a space. So, guys, clear your space. Put these items in the area that you want them to go in. If you have enough space in your home to use your extra bedrooms to sort the space, that will probably be best. That way you can move and break down the things that you don't want to keep in here. Like the shelf probably going to come back in here. But right now I need it to be gone so that we can clean the carpets. I need it to be gone so that I can get to my desk and so that I can get to that big box right there so that can come out of here. So I need that out of here. So these right here, guys, get some of these from Dollar Tree. These right here with the opening. I think I showed them with my snacks in them. These right here. They're nice. They're big. And they'll help you stay organized as well. So as you can see, I have several of them. So they're going to probably be lined up on top of this shelf. Since I got to leave this shelf in the open and float in the floor, these shelves will probably go up here. Now, what they're going to contain, I don't know until I start organizing and putting things in place. Okay? This stuff right here is going to be gone. I'm going to put another shelf up on top of those. I'm going to take advantage of my vertical space and go all the way up to the wall with whatever's on this wall. Okay? So we're going to go with that. Oh, guys, until next time, let me get to work. I'm up here running my mouth. As you can see, this table really not bad. These are my totes. And that's pretty much what's on here, totes. They just got to be moved to another room. This is my tool that I'll be using. See, I just throw stuff everywhere. I'm the problem. I am the problem. I am the creator of my own mess. Okay? I am. And y'all know these got to go. I don't even care if it's Christmas or not. Y'all gonna get a cup. They gonna get a cup. Sure is. Because I'm sick of them. Sick of them. You hear me? Sick of them. But all right, guys. Get to work. Because I'm about to get to work. I'm finna turn on the TV. And I'll be listening to whoever is live. And then I might, who knows, I might turn on some music until I can come in here and start moving stuff, like stacking stuff in boxes and stuff. And then I'll be listening when I come in here to stack stuff. But as I'm in and out, I'll probably just listen to music while I'm transporting stuff to the other rooms. All right, guys, get to work because I'm about to get to work. See y'all on the other side. Bye.